Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to be making king cake, and we're going to be having king cake to celebrate Eliana's birthday. That's a dessert that comes from Louisiana, and it's usually eaten around Mardi Gras to celebrate the Epiphany of Christ. We're going to do a little bit of a Christmas twist on that. Normally you sprinkle the king cake with purple, green, and yellow sugar, and this time we're going to do green and red sugar to decorate for Christmas. I'll walk you guys through the steps that it takes to make king cake, and hopefully you'll see how delicious and amazing it looks. So the first thing we've got to do is we need 4 cups of all-purpose flour, and we're going to load that into our KitchenAid stand mixer. And once we get all of our dry ingredients in here, we're going to put our bread hook attachment on and mix this up. After we've done our 4 cups of flour, I've got a half a cup of sugar here. We've got 1 tablespoon of active yeast. We'll add that, and a half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to add that to the KitchenAid bowl, put on our dough hook, and now I'm going to work on getting our wet ingredients combined. So I have 1 cup of warmed up whole milk, not too hot because we're going to use that to activate our yeast. We have 10 tablespoons of melted butter, and I have 2 room temperature eggs. So now you got a whisk to combine. Try to break these eggs up. Okay, so now I'm going to, with our dough hook attached, add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. And knead until we get a dough. So I'm going to add just enough flour that it's not sticking and it's starting to pull away from the bowl. Still pretty sticky. So you can add up to another 1/4 cup of flour. So now that our dough is combined, I'm going to set this on the side and let it rise for about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to work on the filling for the cake. I have 12 ounces of cream cheese, which is 1½ packages. I have another half a cup of sugar. I also have a 1/4 cup of flour, and we have 1 egg yolk separated from the white. So I'll put that in our KitchenAid mixer, put our whisk attachment on. Now that's all nice and combined. Got one more step to do and we can put all this together. So I have 1/2 cup of sugar. I'm going to mix that with 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. And we're going to just combine that to add to our filling and mix this up real quick. And then I'm going to work on rolling out our dough and getting everything assembled. The cinnamon sugar mixture goes on the dough, and then you pipe the filling on top. So now that I've got that combined, I have sanitized our work surface because it had egg on it, and I cleaned it up because I'm going to sprinkle some flour on it and roll out our dough. So we're going to knead this about 10 times, and then I'm going to get ready to roll it out. About 36 inches by 15 inches in a rectangle, and then we are going to cut it into 3 strips. Measuring this out into 5-inch strips. We want 3 strips, and I'm just going to take my pizza cutter and follow the line that I have made. So now I am going to brush some butter on the dough, trying to leave a strip that we can still attach to itself. Alright, so now I'm going to take my cinnamon sugar mixture and I'm going to spoon it on my strips, trying to avoid the area that I left without butter, because we're going to need that to attach when we press this thing together. into 3 different rolls and try to pinch it to seal it up. All right, now that we have our 3 rolls made, I'm actually going to go ahead and braid this. So now that we've got our cake dough braided, we're going to transfer it to a cookie sheet and arrange it in a circle. Once it is to the shape of our liking, we're going to set this aside for an hour so it can rise. So this is what it looks like before it goes in the oven. For our last step of mixing, we're going to be making our icing. We're getting ready to put the cake in the oven, so I'm going to make the icing ahead of time and cover it. So we have 2 cups of powdered sugar. We have 3 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla with 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We also have 3 tablespoons of warm milk. I'm going to add it all to the powdered sugar and mix it smooth. Now that the king cake is all risen, I'm going to put it in a 400-degree oven and we're going to let it cook for 20 minutes. Once it's cooked, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to let it cool for up to an hour. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and put the icing that I made and drizzle it on top, sprinkle it with our colored sugar toppings, and we'll call it good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of us making a Christmas king cake. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Let us know that you liked it. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that red subscribe button so you can stay tuned with all the other Vlogmas activities. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.